Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. It is hard to believe we're about to say goodbye to January already, but since the new year is really just coming in, it still is a great time to start thinking about eating better and also striving to live a healthier lifestyle. If you need some help in that area, our next guest definitely is going to have you covered. We're excited to welcome celebrity nutritionist and super chef Dean Sheremet to our program. He's going to talk to us not only about some great ideas when it comes to eating clean, but also how we can be able to do so using propane and the benefits of that as well. Chef Dean, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Cyrus. Thanks for having me on. Like you said, it's the end of January, and hopefully we're still holding on to all those New Year's resolutions.
I would hope so, Dean. But I'm an optimist anyway, so I hope our audience is doing that. But if not, now's the perfect time for them to try to get back on. So let's talk about something that we hear a lot about, Chef Dean, and that is about cooking clean. What exactly does that mean?
Yeah, so for me, I'm kind of trying to take all those actionable steps to, live a healthier lifestyle, make sure that I'm recycling, trying to use less water, limit my carbon footprint. And, that's why I'm excited to kind of tell everybody why cooking with propane is a great option for that clean lifestyle. I mean, it's going to help you reduce the carbon footprint. And people don't realize that, most of our energy when it comes to electricity, 60% of that comes from coal-fired plants. So that's adding way more CO2 into the environment that we don't need.
Got you. So then if our audience is looking then to make those type of changes then, Chef, where do they start? And what types of meals can they make when it comes to cooking with propane?
Yeah, so the two meals that I have that are actually on Propane.com's website, if you go to Propane.com/Chef Dean, obviously you can learn more about propane, but also I always tell people, more importantly, you can get delicious recipes. I have a really great recipe for a skirt steak with chimichurri that's in there, and another shrimp, like an Asian shrimp with greens recipe, which are two of my favorite recipes. They're kind of like low-carb options that will kickstart people into just making those incremental changes to finding a healthier lifestyle. I always tell people, start small, make little changes that you can keep with, and that's going to benefit you in the long run.
If our audience is looking to make changes in the way that they are cooking, Chef, what are some factors they need to consider when making that change to propane?
Yeah, I think people need to understand that, controlling your indoor air quality is incredibly important. Before anything, I'm a father, so I wouldn't use a product that I didn't fully stand behind and that I knew that wasn't going to harm my son. And for me as a chef and an educator, it's trying to help people understand how to cook effectively and how to make sure you're turning your vent on when you're cooking, or at least opening the door or a window to increase that ventilation, and also understanding to cook with the right oil at the appropriate temperature. Unfortunately, you can't use that bottle of olive oil that's been sitting on your cabinet for everything. And understanding those factors, having your equipment serviced regularly, and just understanding those kind of little things that are going to help you have that healthier indoor air quality.
Love that. It's a great thing for our audience to think about, again, as we are all looking to be able to not only to eat better, but also to have a healthier lifestyle. I love the fact that you're bringing in is also great for our lives, for our livelihood, and then our environment as well. Chef, has that been an interesting part of the work you've been able to do? As I mentioned in my introduction, people know you, of course, as a celebrity chef. We've seen you all over television. You're a nutritionist. But what has it been like for you to share the benefits of propane? Has that been an interesting thing for your audience to kind of grasp?
It is, because I think there's been, especially in the news lately, there's been a lot of just misinformation about, cooking with gas and the fears around that. And for me, it's like I want to kind of dispel that and help people understand that when you do diversify your energy mix, you're actually taking stress away from that electrical grid that, like we talked about before, that is powered by coal and other natural gas and very dirty burning fuels. And the thing I love about propane also is that I have the container on site. So I know how much I have, all the time. I know that it's going to be reliable. It's affordable because I know that I can buy it in advance, so that before the energy prices skyrocket when it gets colder and everybody's inside, I can kind of front load and be able to plan my expenses better. And I always tell people, so some shocking thing that I learned is that you could power your entire kitchen for 25 gallons of propane for the entire year. Compare that to going to fill up your car every week, like I do. Right. That's 20 gallons every week. So considerable energy difference.
Love that. Great information, Chef. I'm so glad to have you on with us to be able to talk to us about it. Again, everyone, Chef Dean Sheremet has been our guest, talking with us not only about how you guys can be able to eat better and cleaner, but also the benefits of propane when it comes to doing so. You heard him mention the website, propane.com. We're going to link that up for our audience tuning in on the radio side, but also for those joining us online. As you mentioned, there's some great information there, but also Chef has some great recipes there as well. Chef, thank you so much again for the time. Really appreciate you stopping by.
Cyrus, I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic day.
Hey, you as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.